welcome or welcome back. I'm Alicia Nicole. And for those veterans who are on a journey to get 100%, either 100% total and permanent or just 100%, this is the video for you. So in this video, I'm going to kind of talk through my journey to 100%. Stay tuned. So now, my full disclaimer, I do not work for the Department of Veterans Affairs, nor do I work for DAV or VSO. My only affiliation to the VA is as a veteran, and I am a veteran that want to help other veterans get through their journey into getting higher ratings. I by no means say that I know everything, because I don't. So this is just my experience.
I'm going to say that this is my experience
and my journey on how I got to 100%. So now, starting out, I did an ETS physical, and that was in 2007. So January 2007. So the end of 2006 was when I did my pre-ETS physical. You do a physical right before you get ready to get out. So now with that physical, I got 0% for about 4 different ailments, and then I got 30% for a partial hysterectomy. So now my 0% were flat feet, which I'm looking at my paperwork because I had to kind of jot all these things down. So the flat feet, scarring from the partial hysterectomy, TMJ, also shin splint. So I got 0% for all of those things, and 0% is not a bad thing. And in the future, when those things start bothering you, and that's a good way to get reevaluated so that you can get that rating bumped up. So now in 2008, 2009, my husband had a friend that helped me do a claim, which I only did it at one time and I never did it again. And my reason was because they put things on that claim that I did not have. I did not have hypertension. I've never been hypertensive. And I think he said I had sleep apnea. I didn't have sleep apnea. My husband got sleep apnea. So from that point forward, I never had anybody else do a claim for me. I did all my claims myself, and I just basically wrote letters. So now, on that claim 2008, 2009, he added the acid reflux, which I was claiming that, as well as I have a bladder condition called IC, or interstitial cystitis. Yeah, say that 3 times. I couldn't do it. So now I got diagnosed with IC while I was in the military, as well as acid reflux. So these are 2 ailments that I was diagnosed while I was in the military, and I didn't even do it on my ETS physical. So long as it was in my records, I was good. So now that came back 10% for the acid reflux and 20% for the IC. So that was good. Then mid-2009, VA did an administrative review. And I guess periodically they do administrative reviews. Usually they do a re-examination of you, but I didn't have a re-examination during that time, excuse me. Maybe because the last rating it had just ended in 2009. So this was only a couple of months after that. So now, moving forward, 2011, I did another written claim. And let me just let you know, back in that time, and I'm saying back like it was that long ago, but back in that time, I just wrote out what I was claiming, and that was it. That was it. I don't ever remember doing an intent to file. I know when you submit a claim, they usually start it from the date that they receive it, which is a good thing. So I did, and I put in to get an increase for my TMJ because my jaw started acting funny. And ailments that you have in the beginning, over time, some of those ailments do get worse. So TMJ, I want to increase. I initially got evaluated for PTSD, and I want to say that while I was in the military, I was evaluated and diagnosed with PTSD. I had a traumatic incident. My late husband committed suicide in front of me, so at that time, I was diagnosed with PTSD, but I didn't do it on my ETS physical. So my husband said I was acting extremely angry. I was 0 to 100. I just acting really, I guess, mean is what he said. So I did put in to get evaluated for the PTSD as well as migraines. I got diagnosed. And like I said, everything that I'm mentioning, I got diagnosed prior to getting out of the military. And these last ailments, I did not put on my ETS physical. So it is very important that these things, anything that's wrong with you, be documented prior to leaving active duty. So now for these, TMJ, I got an increase to 10%. The PTSD, I got 30%, and my migraines, I got 30%. So now moving the next year, so started having panic attacks, rolled over a bridge, and there's a bridge in Virginia, Chesapeake Bay Tunnel Bridge. It is 24 miles long. It's 2 tunnels, 3 bridges. It is long. As I was going through that tunnel over that bridge, I had a panic attack. I couldn't get back in my car for nothing. I tried. My son, which thank God he was there old enough to drive, was in the car with me, but an ambulance had to pick me up and take me to the hospital because I could not calm down. I couldn't catch my breath. It was so scary, and for the course of a week or two, I just kept having panic attacks. Anytime I knew I had to get in the car, I would go through this whole panic attacks. I went to the emergency room several times, and I got a letter in the mail, and this was 2012. I got a letter in the mail from VA, and they had upped my claim. At that time, they upped it to 50%, and the rating had panic attacks with agoraphobia, which was what they added. So now for that claim, I didn't even put in for it. They did it for me. And I'm assuming it's because I already had PTSD, and in my records it showed, and then I started having these panic attacks. So that was one of the ratings I got that I didn't even apply for. So I don't know. I was appreciative of it. So now 2015 comes, and I get an administrative review yet again. So now I think they've done 1, 2. So 2 from 2009 to 2015, I had 2 reviews. So now this review, they put me in to go, this is how they outsourced to QTC. So I went to QTC for 2 separate, PTSD and then my migraines. So I got evaluated PTSD with one doctor, same day appointment, turned around and had to talk to him about my migraine. So I did both of those. And when that rating came back, I got 70% for my PTSD and 50% for my migraines. And I think with my PTSD, because I had been going through counseling, I was prescribed medication that kind of helps me keep my calm and not be so agitated all the time. I think that's what put it up to 70%. Don't quote me because I don't know for sure, but I got the 70% for my PTSD and the 50%. So now my total rating at that point put me at 90%. On the combined rating scale, that would be 93%, because you know how the combined rating, those numbers. So I was at 90%. So 2 years later, started having issues. Now, mind you, at the beginning, like I said, I had flat feet, 0%, but I started having foot problems. Got up one morning, got out the bed, my foot was killing me. I couldn't hardly walk. Went to the podiatrist, and the podiatrist diagnosed me with having plantar fasciitis. So wrote up a new claim. And like I said, I'm old school. This is 2017. I still was writing up a claim on a form, and I'll link the form or jot down the form number below. But if I'm not mistaken, it's like a continuation sheet that I would just write the things that I wanted to claim. So did that, did another QTC, the outsourcing that they do, went and saw the doctor. And then after this one, I got 30% for the secondary, which is the plantar fasciitis of flat feet. So that 30% at my 93% put me to the 100% mark. And I don't know how VA distinguishes total and permanent versus just 100%, because I know there are two different things. I know I'm total and permanent, but then I also know veterans that are 100% that are not total and permanent that will be reevaluated. So this was just my journey, and I know there are probably many veterans out there that have a similar journey to their 100%, or if they're in the midst of being in their journey, maybe this video can help you kind of decide which way to go and how to do it. And there are many different agencies that are helping veterans that have free services as well as for fee services. So I guess it all depends on your preference on which way you want to go. But this is my journey. I'm Leisha Nicole. I hope this video helps many veterans out, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.